The Rap Roundtable.
Yes. Another Monday. Another edition of Monday Night Raw. It's your boy Jarvin alongside Sincere the Rap Snob, alongside the Balance, and of course, Macito. This might be a long night for Macito after all the weekend's news and then today's news. You know, we got a lot to discuss. TD says y'all never on time. At this point, Mr. TD, you should know that, that time is an approximation. It's not a literal.
TD,
You're early.
I'm right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who comes to the party first? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know what I mean? And then I always try to make sure, especially now that we have a wider reach, real humans, hashtag real humans, that I go in the chat and I put that we're taking off soon. If I feel like we're going to be late, we'll either tell y'all we're running a little late or we're going to take off in a few. We don't just leave y'all hanging now. Don't do that to us. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on the name, man.
Facts. But anyway, hit the like button. We need 400 likes at least on each and every video. Yeah. By now, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe option. We are approaching 21,000 real humans. Hit the subscribe option. Hit the notification bell.
All that.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely hit the like and the comments.
Likes up, man.
We need those likes and comments to coincide with our subscriber ratio.
Right, because you can't have you can't have 51,000 views, over 1,000 likes, and then 16 comments. We know you bought them. That's the ratio. We know.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Looks a little bit crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Real humans.
10K in 10 days is crazy.
Impressive.
If you do the math, if you do the math,
that's Rich and Poe numbers right there, right?
You gained 16,000. You gained 16,000 new subscribers in 10 days. Yet when you go live, you only have 20 live viewers. That's kind of crazy. 40-something thousand views and 8 comments.
Same after.
Y'all niggas, you know what? You know when you go on Instagram and a dude from New Delhi hits you up and say, "I can help you grow your brand," and them niggas clicked on that shit.
They clicked.
Now, Marty, hold on, Marty, no, Marty, don't do that, Marty, don't do that.
Slow down, Marty.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Marty.
I'm gonna tell you why you can't do that because I know you don't mean no harm. But we actually, as a podcast, we went to that block with the digital people, not the real humans. Right. And we actually was in the chat throwing Superchats, telling them why they botting. Legit. If you go back 2 weeks ago, we actually was in their chat asking them why they was botting. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to hear it because we're real humans.
Into their face.
That was 4 real humans in there.
Not even Jadakiss got the answer for that one, y'all.
Double Barrel says phantom viewers are real. Double Barrel.
You might have to.
If you get 58,000, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube, gang. There's nobody with that many views that only has 13 comments unless they bought them. Okay? That's not how YouTube works. You know what I'm saying? Man. Again, we are the most ethical podcast there is. We work hard for our shit. We earn everything. We piss people off. We earn respect. So I feel like because we do things in a very ethical way, we are allowed to say what we want when we want. Because at the end of the day, when y'all hold us accountable, we got to stand on that.
Yeah.
So we feel like we could do the same for niggas who tried to sabotage us and try to get us canceled. So every time they do anything shady, we kicking their back in. Point blank.
Come on
Point
now.
blank. Even the niggas around the corner. When we had problems with niggas around the corner, they came on our platform. Deanie called out niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Also,
remember that shit?
We're not talking about phantom views. We talk about phantom subs.
Phantom everything. The whole thing.
That's a whole
thing, bro.
The phantom zone, nigga, like Superman vibes. Be like
the whole thing fake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. Real humans. Because notice when the chat pop off and we in there, we build. These are real people. We're talking to humans. Anyway,
why not do it for that, right?
Maybe we should put real humans on the shirt. That should be some
real humans.
You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag.
And then we have our first moron of the evening. I love the energy. This is a good Monday. The New York delusional confidence is like watching a car crash. What does New York? That's how you know niggas don't like New York.
I don't understand.
Right.
So supposedly we beefing with other New Yorkers too. So.
Yo.
Talk about it, Sid.
Them guys
Mike
over there
Brown, what
supposed
up?
to be from New York too. So
right across the way.
Well, and last but not least, I Am Big Jones says, who y'all talking about? I wasn't aware of none of this. Well, I Am Big Jones, my friend. That is the point. Nobody knows who these guys are. So they had to go and buy a bunch of views, likes, and subscriptions to make it seem like something is going on.
We're not giving them business.
Right, it's not us. But anyway, enough of the banter.
When we put the money in the air, that was a little bit giving business. But keep
Well,
going,
we had to help.
No, I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying we're not
Hold
giving
on.
business over there. That's what.
When
we're
you
saying.
go to
We're
New
not
Delhi,
gonna
you got to pay for that. So we helped them with their business.
Supporting
Travels,
black
man.
business is a bad
Travels.
thing now?
Facts.
Come on.
Travel expenses, you know.
We showed
gotta help them find their way.
We showed that New York niggas love the Midwest, love the West Coast, love the South, and we threw some money that way. You know what I'm saying? To help them keep buying what they need to buy to make themselves feel good.
Hashtag
it's not
support.
It's not our fault that niggas only care when they post music videos. Heaven forbid they get to talking. You know what I'm saying?
Add more sounds to the soundboard.
Nasty work, man.
But enough about that. Right
Salute
now,
to the chat.
The chat is here because they know that UMG strikes back. They got to talking to Aubrey or Aubrey's legal team, however you want to call it. Club Paradise is in shambles. They're getting aggressive on the socials. They feeling some type of way because UMG is essentially saying the thing that we've been saying for weeks. So we're on our way. I got my passport. Sten has his passport. Dini's already at the embassy, so it's just in the 9. We're on our way to the embassy to link up with Macito. We got our beverages and all of that. Macito, my friend, can you break down UMG's response to the boy and why people are looking at this one as if Aubrey is taking a L?
Man, oh man. It's remind me of Not Like Us weekend, bro. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Because UMG kind of set the game on fire with this. When I heard somebody say, did Kendrick ghostwrite this for UMG? Listen, UMG is going in, just like you said, Joel. They have a lot to say, and nothing that they're saying is really wrong, right? I think the overarching theme for most people who are logical, not taking a fan side on either side. Most people logically said, well, although even if you feel like Kendrick, Dini still think them bars is light, right? Even if you think Kendrick got on like that and did whatever, Drake kind of was fully engaged in this shit. Drake was completely on the side of let's do it. Drake literally begged for it, right? So now it's like, hold on, UMG got something to say. Not only that, they make another point in this, right? Another thing that a lot of people have been glossing over. Within Drake's initial filing, right? He mentioned that some of his evidence came from a Twitch stream. That's right, folks. Some people in the original filing, of amongst the many things, one of the things said that, hey, there was a Twitch stream where a guy said that, yeah, we botted the views and I worked for Kendrick. An academic stream, if I'm correct. And UMG is like, hey, if you kept watching that stream, that guy later on said, hey, that's not true. So it's like it's UMG is definitely going in here. Now, if I'm to, look at it a little bit objectively, one thing that I did notice is that they didn't spend too much time on the actual Peola rumors, right? The botting rumors, which Drake, he settled with Spotify, he settled with iHeartMedia. You know what I mean? Settle as in nobody got any money, but they settled whatever issues they had. Mm-hmm. Drake hasn't gotten any money, guys. We're not saying that. But they didn't spend too much time on that, right? So I am curious as to what may be going on with that Botting and Peola situation. But if you read this 32-page document, this was circulating through Rap Roundtable rings early in the morning. We was at work reading this shit. So, sorry to anybody who, didn't get shit done. But if you look at this complete shit, is they laying it out perfectly. Pause. You know what I mean? Even as a Drake fan, even as a member of the embassy, they make great points. They make the point that Drake is the first nigga who mentioned young girls in any instance in this fucking battle, right? Drake was the first one to make a joke and say, hey, Joe Budden, this, that, and the third. And not only that, it gets even uglier, right? The niggas even said, hey, he did have some, you know, strange relationships and some strange texts, right? This document is ugly, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, y'all mentioned Club Paradise. I couldn't even go in Club Paradise today because, you know, the whole embassy was in shambles. So, not gonna lie, I've always maintained that either way, whether Drake wins this shit or not, this shit is super fucking intriguing. This shit is very interesting to see where this shit is going. And right now, listen, this is, you know, maybe I mentioned Not Like Us, but this is feeling more like the Euphoria day. You know what I mean? If we'd have had to talk earlier in the day, my voice might have been high reading this UMG document, bro. This shit was kind of disgusting, you know. But we get into it even more.
Sincere the rap style, provide that balance we need.
Man, I don't know what's left to say about this whole situation, man. Like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we're in a situation now where it feels like, and I'm not saying this is the actual case, because you know, UMG is a you know, music conglomerate. Like, I'm not going to give them this much credit, but from the outside looking in, if you didn't know anything about this situation, it would seem like UMG is almost taking the higher cultural high road over Drake right now, and that is insane to watch, bro. To the point where, like, people are actually on the side of UMG and not on the side of UMG because they're siding with the, you know, with the major conglomerate, but because they kind of have a point, and they're saying shit that we've been saying for the longest. You know what I mean? Like, how do we get to a place where UMG is having to remind Drake of the rules of engagement in a rap battle?
Yes.
How did we get here? You know what I mean? What timeline is this? You know what I mean? You told the boy to drop. You know what I mean? You were the first one to cross the line, talking about, you know what I mean, illegitimate children and possible, you know, calling him a white beater and all that. Like, UMG is like, yo, do we have to remind you? Like, you supposedly wrote these lyrics. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. But it is Drake. But I'm just saying,
never waste a chance, bro.
I'm just saying. You know
I dig it, cook.
If you quote unquote wrote these lyrics, how is UMG coming to have to remind you of the shit that you said to get to the place where we are right now? You know what I mean? And here's the thing, like, as a fan, you might, you know, as somebody that's, you know, about the culture, about the essence of it, you might think to yourself, like, why is Sin coming to the defense of UMG? Well, here's why. Because if we actually go down this road that Drake wants to go down, rap battles are over. We're never having a rap. The way we know rap battles to be, we're never gonna see them this way ever again. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers gonna be scared of saying anything against another rapper for fear of getting sued and losing money, having to take the song down, whatever. Like, nobody's gonna want to do that shit. And this has been a part of the essence for the longest time. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's one of those situations where even a broken clock is right twice a day. Right now, I feel like UMG definitely has a point. And just one more thing to add. Didn't Drake, like 3 years ago, and I think UMG mentioned this too, didn't he sign a petition with other artists saying that rap lyrics should not be taken as literal fact in court proceedings? The fuck happened to that? That was just 3 years ago, right? And now we're here. Now Drake wants to sue because of some rap lyrics that were said against him. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck off my lawn. I'm tired of this guy, bro.
Yeah, man. Deanie, how you feeling about it, bro?
It's disgusting. Whenever the motion starts off with your own lyrics in the motion, it's nasty work, bro. In the damn motion, if I'm not mistaken, it was Drake lyrics used against him in the motion, bro. Like, the rules of engagement aside, it's disheartening to see, bro. It just feels so un-hip hop. And for an artist that's constantly bashed for being so un-hip hop, it's like, why do you want to constantly go into that realm, bro? Like, first of all, we have maybe one of the most fucking label supported artists pretty much getting tight that another nigga on set a part of that same team is getting supported, bro. It's like, yo, he's getting the light you were getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems crazy to me. But it's really sad, bro. It's really sad. It sets a new precedent for hip hop, like Sin said. I mean, you started off, you threw out the whole, he hits his lady, he threw out the whole, I heard you like him young, and one stuck. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's really running around talking about Kendrick doing all that type of shit, but one definitely stuck because of past situations that man's been in, bro. This is like an L. This is an L for the culture. I don't want to say it's an L for hip hop, but it is an L for the culture, bro. Like, this shit, I'm kind of lost for words, B. It does not feel right. I can't think of. Like I said, I can't imagine LL Cool J in there like, yo, Cannabis say he gonna rip the tat off my arm. Be like, I need protection. I just can't. This whole shit is crazy. Kumo Dita, Ice T, like.
Nah, this is the equivalent of LL actually suing for Cannabis's ass eating line. Jov, make some sense of this, bro.
Yo.
How you say that to throw me to the
Yo.
Yo, what are you trying to say here?
Entertainment. Sheesh.
First and foremost, thanks, Mace.
Let's talk about ass eating.
Let's talk about it,
right?
Listen. Wow, only the point guard makes good passes, man. These passes, you gonna have to go. You know what I mean? Figure that out.
Though.
This dude handed me the ball with a half a second left on the shot clock.
Mace on Shea Time,
being
bro.
triple teamed, you know.
Hey, look. First and foremost, what did Sin say? Because I got back here, everybody's saying Sin said something crazy that needed to be paused. Like, what did I miss?
Yo, I wasn't. Sin was.
I didn't catch it.
Building, bro. I wasn't even.
I didn't catch it.
If Dini didn't find out, I don't know.
Officer pause over here. Missed that one? Then maybe it wasn't that crazy.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, he said he got them skills. What the hell? Anyway, so the thing is, for me, I guess this is one of the rare times where it's like I'm not even that appalled or like taken aback because if you got, I use a phrase when it comes to sports when we try to fight narratives. It's called niggas with eyes. And it's like niggas with eyes the whole way saw what was going on with this whole thing. Like, how can you, take the legal route considering what you said? I was even at work talking about this, one of my multiple jobs, and homie was a Drake fan, and he was trying to say, well, Drake could prove that Kendrick was an abusive boyfriend and a philanderer, et cetera, and it's just like, dog, it don't matter if he could prove it or not. He said it first. He brought the slanderous material to the wax first. So it's like, the minute you decide that you want to put that out there in that type of mudslinging energy, you leave yourself open for any and everything. And of course, on the legal side, when they use the word hyperbolic, this is you throw that out immediately because rap by default is hyperbole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think every rapper could talk about clapping somebody and they don't go to jail? It's considered art by way of hyperbole. Right. I could, presumably, but you can't. If that's the case, the Locks would still be in jail. Think about the Locks in a Rough Rider era. All them gun bars. They'd all be in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Throwing TVs at niggas.
Nice.
Yo, I was actually just watching this clip of Ransom on another podcast. I think it was the Mike Hoffa, and they was talking about Cannabis and how he used to say stuff like, I'll punch you so hard in your chest, your shoulders are touched. You know what I mean?
There's a Mike Hoffa.
Math Hoffa?
Math Hoffa.
I was about to say this too. Wait a minute, like when did Mike Hoffa become a thing? I got Matt.
I said Mike. Oh, my bad.
Mike.
Yeah.
I thought it was some white guy.
No, they was talking about Cannabis's bars being like mad, like fantastic and hyperbolic.
Right.
I mean, just because that's the art of rap. That is the art of rap right there.
You know what I'm saying? So when you consider all of these things that we talked about it weeks ago, like, bro, like you can't bring that into the equation to get mad when a nigga match your energy. Like if you in a fight and you pull out a weapon, you pull a hawk out and bro pull out the blammer, you can't be mad that he pulled the blammer out. You pulled out a hawk. That's just how it goes. So in that regard, it's like this. That's why Club Paradise and they get mad. But that's why Club Paradise is they not like us. I hate to say it. When we had these conversations about Drake not being hip hop, et cetera, because it's like you cannot call foul when you decide to do these types of things. This has been the point the entire time. This is it. You cannot, if you want to keep it rap and spar, like Kendrick said first, let's keep it rap and not bring the girlfriends and the managers and the rumors that your kid isn't really yours, is your manager's kid. If you didn't want to do that, then you can't be mad when, because the thing is, sometimes you meet your match, you know?
Yeah.
You say some crazy shit, and there's that one person that's willing to go all the way over the edge. Because the thing is, because Kendrick could have said, you know what? You was a lame, you never got girls, so you became a rapper. He could have said that. That was in play. But if you want to bring this type of energy into the equation, I'm going to take it too far. There's always that one person that's willing to take it well too far.
Yeah.
I hit on my women. You like little kids.
I hit you like I'm young.
Because the thing is,
conversation's over.
Right.
The argument's over, bro.
Terminated.
Right. And in this internet phase, in this internet era, we've learned ourselves, you don't need the facts. The facts don't matter. It just needs to be put out in the atmosphere, and it needs to be said loud enough to stick. And once it's loud enough and it sticks, the rest is history. So the minute you decide, hey, whoa, I'm losing money now. They're not shaming me. They think I'm corny. I'm telling. Nah, it's over with.
Yeah.
Like it's a layup.
And Jav, you know, this going back to, you know, in the midst of the battle, and I stress that y'all should go back and see how we actually spoke about this battle in the midst of it, because a lot of things that the fellas are saying are coming to fruition now. Now, one thing Jav used to always say was that Drake, the only way Drake could really rap his way out of this, you know what I mean? So when you mentioned those lines, the young girl lines, what Kendrick said, it just pains me that an artist that I feel as talented as Drake is, you've been with all these women. Why you couldn't flip the not a young girl and you know what I mean? You with SZA, you with Serena, you with all these people that, you know what I mean? Why Drake couldn't flip that line? You know what I mean? I'm like, it's such a missed opportunity, and it looks so crazy. You know what I mean? And I say this as a Drake fan, right? It looks so crazy. And even in this fucking document, UMG mentioning, like, this is really just a cover for an unsuccessful rap battle. They literally say that in the document. And that's what everybody kind of felt and alluded to at the beginning of this, right? So it's like the UMG, you know what I mean? And their lawyers are really ill. They kind of almost painting this, even if they lose, to make Drake look crazy, right? If you think about it, right? Because at the end of the day, like you said, Sin, it seems like a cultural indictment, this kind of document. And don't get on me, Club Paradise, because I'm the one who said everybody using culture get on my nerves. But that was a bar by Sin. He was cooking. That's what it really seemed like, right? It seemed like people are like, okay, even through all of this, like these are the details of what happened, right? So I don't know. You know, we gonna holler at somebody else later. I'll get into my fan bag, you know what I mean? Gotta love kayfabe. But if I'm being objective here, like it's hard to defend this shit. And I feel like if you really a Drake fan, it behooves you not to just defend some shit just because you his fan, right? This looks crazy. And I don't know. Maybe the OVO lawyers will drop a crazy document tomorrow with fucking PDF attachments showing, you know, PG Lang sending bread to Spotify. I don't fucking know. That might happen. But as of right now, it looks a little crazy to me. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's wild, bro. Because when you look at it from the angle of like, this is where we are. You get what I'm saying? Like all the nigga had to do was rap. All he had to do. And every time we think like, yo, you got to find yourself out of this hole you put yourself in. Pause. The nigga keep digging, bro. Like the you know what I'm saying, bro? Like just rap. Then we get in R&B albums. Cool. Do you think we know you got to feed the bass? That shit lame. But bro, a hardcore rap album, just talking your shit, or just an album full of hits to give the people, like that's your shit. You're a hit maker. Make an album full of hits. He said you good with the melodies. Beautiful. Make a shit ton of melodies to get the people vibing, bro. Like he tried to go so far left from what he does to try to like switch the tides in this battle, bro, that he just took himself completely out of position. Like we didn't know who he was back then. We just knew he was a hit maker. But if you ask someone today, who is Drake, bro? Like who is the man Drake? You get what I'm saying? Like That's just legalities. I understand, nigga. Sometimes you gotta litigate and shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as in terms of like a hip hop battle against a guy that's been deemed as the culture, say what you want, like you said about culture, but he, like he said, he's with the culture's feeling, right? So you do the most uncultural thing against the guy that is the culture, and are shocked that the culture itself is looking at you like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? Like when you said you said you thought he would flip the lines and make it a he missed an opportunity. That's the thing, bro. There's just been countless missed opportunities, bro. Like countless. There's been at least like 4 or 5 ways Drake could have not got back on the top again, but like at least regained some footing where there could be some semblance of respect. Like, well, all this shit, bro. This shit is crazy. This shit is some crazy shit.
But here's the thing, real quick. 500 live viewers right now. Hit the like button. 500.
Salute to y'all, man.
Currently 502 real humans. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We need 400 likes on each and every video. 400 plus. Hit that like button. And if you haven't by now, hit the subscribe option. We're trying to continue to build the brand. Looking to get to 25,000 subs real soon. We need each and every subscription we can get. Hit that subscribe option and hit the notification bell as well. But this is the thing, and to your point, Dini, Macito as well, the point that we've been trying to make this whole time is like, you know, if you're gonna, I don't remember in our heyday, shit, even when the South had their little squabbles and it led to like getting all wax, because Jeezy and as a notable one, Jeezy and Guwap got into their situation. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like, yeah, I fucked your bitch. No, they was talking some street shit. They was trying to out tough the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even say it's the South. The South knew the rules of engagement just the same way the East Coast did. If once it gets on wax,
all that
we're gonna try to prove who the man is. And by way of lyrical machismo, Drake was the one who tried to get into this whole. And, you know, we gotta blame Pusha T too. I'm sorry. It hasn't been said on any other platform, but I'm going to blame Pusha T too because he plays a role in this salacious angle because it wasn't about bars. You're hiding a son. That made it salacious. Most casual observers, not the rap roundtable, would say that once Drake got exposed for having a kid, there was no coming back from that. So if that's the angle we take it with the exposés, then Pusha T got to hold a little bit of that blame because it stopped being about rap because he was trying to prove that Drake was a fraud in its entirety. Right. But before then, up until that point, Pusha T was also rapping circles around him. I don't want that to get lost.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You need to
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's an objective take, y'all. Yeah.
But look, you know what I'm saying? I 1 second, I'm gonna pass you the rock. Yeah. I just want to go back just to for the sake of clarity. Shit, all of our favorite battles was man shit. Machismo, even the Nas, the Jay-Z's, the fuck, and whatever was happening with Mobb Deep, all of the strife in Queensbridge when niggas was putting it on wax, that was man shit. Like, why couldn't Drake commiserate with the man shit? Why he had to go to this route? Gossip manga, blog. He was being a chatty blogger with the bars. Like, then you gonna go tell? Fuck out of here. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, here's the thing about when we talk about a disconnect with the culture, and I want to be very clear about this because every time that we talk about Drake and culture, like there's always going to be somebody out there that misconstrues it as, oh, y'all saying he's not black. That's not what we're saying, right? What we're saying is that him being not from the United States, not from America, you know what I mean, from across the border in Canada, not being privy to, you know what I mean, the hip hop culture, black culture here in the United States, he doesn't know about cutting ass. You know what I mean? He didn't grow up. You know what I mean? The way, you know, have a snap contest at school and shit.
Let's even because we got a lot of Canadian viewers that be checking us about, you know, there actually being a heavy culture like that. I actually attribute that to his familial, how he was raised. All that.
What
I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Niggas cut ass everywhere.
One or the other. Probably,
right.
You know what I mean? A little mixture of the both. But my point being is that him not being familiar with that level of or that area of black culture, this is the result of that. You know what I mean? Because like he should know if everybody's been there, either been not the victim, but like either come up with the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? Either you lose a snap contest or you watch somebody else, you know what I mean, get cooked. And what ends up happening is, just like we said earlier, somebody comes with one diss. You think you cook. You think it's game over, and somebody's always going to be willing to cross that extra line. And when they cross that extra line, and everybody that's in the vicinity is like, "Oh shit, yo, I know he ain't say that." And now
our age, that was your mama, and our era.
Yeah,
that was your mama show.
For the rest of the school year or the rest of your school career,
Yeah.
you known as the motherfucker that touches little boys. You know what I mean? Like that's what Drake is right now. You know what I mean? That's just how because
that's crazy.
I would love.
You know what I mean? Because one of the things is gonna stick. You know what I mean? And this is the thing that stuck. And now he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how to come back from that because he never really experienced that.
I disagree. I think again, you know, and I try to because again, like I got this rule. I try not to get personal with rappers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's too many people with platforms that say the craziest shit about rappers, knowing that if they was a rapper was right in front of them, they would ask for a flick. Shit. They would ask for an autograph, all of that. So I want to I don't think it's that, Sin. I disagree. And you know why I disagree? Because we've dealt with people where we snapped on them and they took it personally. You know what I'm saying? And in real life, on our day-to-day, it's a person who you snapped on and y'all thought we was cool and then we got the cutting ass and they got in their feelings behind that shit, quite frankly.
Felt the way.
And I feel like people like that, they got a little bitch assness in them. To me, this whole thing with Drake and going legal and taking offense to it, that's bitch assness to me. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up like that. To me, that's a point of if you my friend, I'm gonna make fun of you. That's just what it is. And I expect that if I take an L, I fall on my face. You're supposed to fry me right back. We laugh about it, we move on. And if you get mad, if you get fried, then you a bitch. That's how I see it.
Right. And Jav, you've made the extremely great point, a point that's been co-opted and stolen at this point. That Drake, maybe he's not a good strategist, right? Maybe
you saw that.
Listen, I did. I did. A lot of people saw it.
Yo, Elliot, just give us our feature. That's it. If you go keep watching and use us for
facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Just do that, please. But you make the point because if you ask me, this was the point to play the long game, right? Do the Jay-Z shit. According to everyone, Drake crossed Jay-Z way back in 2013, 2014 with this title deal. And Jay-Z waited to 2025 to get his get back. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to play the long game with these niggas. So, maybe UMG, even if there is Peola, even if there is Botting, because a lot of people are like, oh, what about this? What about this? Even if there is. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the game. The game is the game. I've been watching The Wire all weekend, man. you feel me? Shout out to my boy Wee Bay. But sometimes you got to play the long game, bro. There had to be something that you could do down the line. It was time to, get back into, go to the 6, go to the embassy and figure out how we going to play this. You know what I mean? They won the battle. Let's win the war. And this it seems like a rush to, quote unquote, save his reputation while simultaneously destroying it. You know what I mean? It just seemed like, I don't know what's going on, bro.
And Tap Water, he might be part of Club Paradise. What would I do? Well, I've only been telling our regular viewers week in and week out for months. If I was Drake and this happened to me and I fell victim to a Kendrick Lamar avalanche, instead of dropping Hard Part 6, I would have threw both middle fingers up and just kept rapping. I'd have told him, fuck you. I put the rap game on my back. You're actually benefiting off me. You should send me a thank you card, you buster. I would say, I would find every possible insult and throw it at Kendrick Lamar. I'm not going to go cry. I'm going to just try to, whatever I consider to be facts in this situation, I would have said it. To me, you mudslinged it and you wanted to get passive. Nah, fuck this short nigga who think he me. That's what I would have said.
Instead, he said, I didn't do it, but if I did do it. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, OJ.
He OJ'd him? He OJ'd him, bro?
Right. That's all I'm saying.
What was that, bro?
Wicked.
I mean,
shout out to P. Crawley. Spiraling is the word. That is it. Spiraling.
Facts. Coming from a Jay-Z fan, Jay got smoked on Ether, and he still threw both middle fingers up, and he tried. He wasn't successful in the end, but he didn't go cry to fucking Lior. He was like, fuck Nas and his Koofy. And he kept saying it, until he became friends again. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't
Crazy,
understand this
man.
shit.
Yeah.
So what else? People like, oh, Universal was using Drake lyrics. I mean, I didn't get the angle of using the successful lyrics. Mace,
I
can you
get
help me understand that?
What within the documents?
Yeah.
I mean, within the documents, they mentioned the tailor-made freestyle. You know what I mean? Using his lyrics to say, "Hey, he mentioned this first." I think they are talking about that. They basically are using like the shit that he said in his own songs. Like, "Hey, this motherfucker was asking for this,"
And successful, he said something about if this nigga diss me, he won't get a reply for it. But now you replying and like they saying, which one are you, my nigga? You the nigga that's gonna throw the jabs? You the nigga that's saying that you gonna chill out? Well, who are you, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, who is this man, bro? Like, who is the individual? They using a nigga bars against him, bro.
So you're saying he's an inconsistent super?
Inconsistent, nigga. Like you're basically doing all of this because you got washed in a rap battle and you don't like the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the consequence and repercussions instead of crying like a bitch, bro. He's dead throwing, this. That 32 pay, like Mace made me. I looked through it a little bit, Mace, because you had me intrigued. You know what I'm saying? Yo, there's some heinous shit in there. There's some heinous shit in there, bro. They're using all types of shit to basically just say, yo, grow a pair. That's basically what they doing.
They're going in and
they're cooking, bro. Like,
like what did he think would be the outcome here? Like to me, like this was a lose-lose proposition for him as an artist. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? What did you think Universal would say? I don't get it.
And that's
I thought they bow out.
Jog. That's you right on point with it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's much like how Kendrick, we mentioned this in the battle. Kendrick put him in a lose-lose situation within the battle. I think I referred to it as the sharpshooter at one point.
Yeah.
That's what UMG is kind of doing here, right? Because even as a person, I say this whole entire situation intrigues me because this is going to be something in 15, 20 years that motherfuckers make documentaries about. It's interesting shit. It's intriguing shit. But it's increasingly becoming apparent to me that regardless of the outcome, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like UMG, like they cooked them on here. You know what I mean? And I say that with the caveat, like I said, you know what I mean? Tomorrow they may, release, Magruder photos of Kendrick in a room with the Spotify CEO. You know what I mean? Throwing darts at a Drake picture. Who fucking knows? But as of right now, I feel uneasy being a Drake fan reading this shit.
Yeah, it's rough. It's got to be rough.
But you know what? We just for the sake of clarity here, there was no motion to throw out the botting allegations, Macito. What's that about?
Right. That's why I keep mentioning that, right? They mention a lot. They talk about a lot. They mention a lot culturally. They mention the hypocrisy of Drake. They mention, certain shit that he got going on. But what they don't mention is, what's going on with this payola? You know what I'm saying? Worth the funk flex. What's going on with these botting rumors, right? Did you sell Not Like Us for the low? You know what I mean? Did you take away? Were you essentially paying reactors to react to it by UMG saying that you can do this without getting, taken down? Like, were there situations like that going on? That's what I'm saying. Kendrick is golden in all this. One thing we know is that Kendrick is won, Drake lost, but UMG might lose too. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Maybe they might have to give up the bag. You know what I'm saying? Drake is always gonna look crazy, but I don't know if Lucian want to give up the bag. And one thing they don't go in about this. Listen, Deanie, you read it too. Maybe I missed it, bro. Like, other than that portion where they mentioned the Twitch stream, and that's strictly about the apparent guy who said on academic stream that he got money straight from Kendrick's camp, all of this and that.
Over. Yeah.
Other than that little portion, I didn't see much of them saying, no, we did not bot. You know what I mean? It's more like Drake's a jackass and he asked for this. That's the overall sentiment of the document.
And that's the part that people not understanding. I see Adrian AD saying, did you read the lawsuit? That's not, my friend, hear me out. Drake is not trying to win a botting argument. Drake, this whole thing in Drake's mind is he's trying to pull down the whole shit. Drake is a situation where it's like, I got beat, so I'm crashing out, but I'm not crashing out to win. I said, he's saying if I can't win, nobody else can. That's the point of the accusations of botting.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about this for weeks. Drake is complaining about something that he's benefited from, allegedly.
For years.
You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, he feels like, remember what I told y'all a while ago? Drake is suing a record label for being a record label. I don't know if he was around for that question. You know what I'm saying? What's his name again? I want to make sure I get his name. Adrian AD. You might not have been around when I said that. Like we covered this weeks ago. He's suing a label for being a label. And I've said that UMG would win because when it's all said and done, they will file it under marketing budget. It's all about getting into the broadest audience possible. So while you can say whatever about the lawsuit, Drake is trying to say that UMG's business practices created a, what's the word I'm looking for? A fraudulent is not the word. I got to find that word. I'm going to come back to it. But he's trying to create a win artificial. Universal is creating an artificial atmosphere that led to a Kendrick Lamar victory. And he's willing to himself look crazy if it means Kendrick takes some type of an L here. That is the point, good brother. You know what I'm saying?
Cut off your nose to spite your face type shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. He's not trying to say that he didn't lose. He's saying if I already lost, but this nigga can't win either. Y'all get it now? Maybe I didn't get that part in this whole situation. He can't fathom a scenario because you see how like 2T's keep saying, "Oh, it's K. Dot season. It's K. Dot season." Drake is losing in the charts to Kendrick week to week. It's looking like it's his era. All of a sudden, Kendrick is popping in on Playboy Cardi projects on 3 songs. He's starting to be in a situation where I thought about it over the weekend. I'm like, Kendrick's starting to have his whole season. And what I mean by his whole season is where it's like he's fully active and he will show up anywhere on anyone's track and it's going to pop off. Because when Hov had his run, he was in the South. He was in the West. Of course, he was in New York.
All types of R&B tracks.
All types of R&B tracks. He was just popping up and he was popping. And every rapper has that run where they actively outside. Every mainstream rapper. And I feel like me personally, just being a casual observer, I feel like Drake is in a situation where he's like, he cannot have this guy. Drake is okay when Kendrick shows up, does his avant-garde shit and leaves. His a la carte shit and leaves. Oh, now you want to stay? Oh, buddy.
Fuck that.
You didn't
take my chart placement?
You want to take my chart placement? Yes, sir. Yes. You cheated. Universal helped you cheat. That's what he's saying. Oh, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Because niggas tell me I'll be tripping until I'll be right months later.
Yeah.
They never tell you you're right, though, Joe. What's up with that?
Because I'm not likable, I guess. You know, I understand. I've decided to wear that. I'm the heel. I understand. You know what I mean? That's why we have Sin here. Everyone loves Sin. You know what I mean?
Do they?
Yeah, they love you, bro.
I don't know about that.
You're the noblest.
I say Sin has the best approval rating. I agree.
They're not gonna like episode 119 then. You know what I mean? By the way, episode 119 drops this Wednesday. Make sure y'all pull up for that one.
Sir.
Yeah,
fellas, we gotta move on though, fellas. You know, chat. We could talk about this Drake versus Kendrick thing when it comes to the suit for hours. But we like to talk about the rapping though. So you know, Friday the Playboy Cardi album drops. Kendrick, of course, did 3 tracks on there, but there's only one song where he's actually present in a real way, right? And he tapped up Aubrey a little bit, but Macito and Dini weren't available for that lunch hour. So it's only right that since Sin and I got our takes off about it, that we hear from Macito and Dini. So, of course, Macito, we got to come to you first again. We're back in the embassy. You know, Kendrick is outside, little pop-house. What's up? What are your thoughts?
I like the energy. Just in the overall general sense, right? Like you mentioned, I like the top rapper to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that people, you know, that was like one of the things. Like, are we gonna transfer this title from Drake over to Kendrick when Drake pops out for the verses, when he goes to different regions, when he experiments with different artists, when he, you know, when he does this type of shit, right? When he has the event verse, right? Like in Kendrick, he performed here. You know, when like it started with like that, right? And I think a lot of people would attribute to the surprise of like that being why it was so special. But this wasn't a surprise, right? Academics tried to spoil this shit all week. Like Kendrick's on the record. Don't be surprised. He's dissing Drake on there. Like Academics tried to take away that complete like surprise factor from this. you know what I mean? I guess to kind of neutralize, you know, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but I feel like he was trying to neutralize here the impact that like that had, and I don't think it worked. I seen 100 people quoting this. I see everybody, especially Busby, using the laugh track. You know what I mean? Like I like the overall energy of it. Kendrick outside. This actually reminds me of when he linked up with Rich the Kid. What's the name of that joint?
You asking the wrong guy.
They gonna say it in the chat, but when he linked New Freezer, when he linked up with Rich the Kid for New Freezer, this remind me of that era of Kendrick.
That was like 10 years ago.
That was the damn era.
Sheesh.
That was another era where Kendrick was like, "Fuck it, I'm outside." So it reminded me of that energy. Cardi, you know, is you know, he one of them ones right now, right? And Kendrick, another, he kind of overshadowed him on his own shit. I like the duality, you know what I mean? Shouts to Job. I like the duality of an artist like Kendrick and Cardi working together. A lot of people called for hypocrisy in this, right? They say, didn't Kendrick want the party to die? Didn't, you know, why, you know, he's such a moral high ground guy. Listen, I like that. That don't mean you think that the heathens on the block don't chill with the good niggas. This is when I hear that, this is how I know that you not really like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is exactly what's supposed to happen. These are exactly two people that's supposed to build two opposite sides of the culture, two completely different fan bases coming to make joints like this. So I appreciate it down to the bar specifically. Listen, Sin mentioned it when y'all did the great review on Friday. Go check out that lunch hour to hear Jarvinson go with further pause. But I'm glad that we have a few days, right? Because Kendrick's verses are never, you know, face value. A lot of people thinking it could have been Joey he got at, right? Some people calling for 50 Cent that he got at, right? Like, but to me, obviously, the 1 year victory lap continues. He clearly was tapping Drake on here. Drake, you kind of deserve it because last time we heard Drake, he had, you know, that little Bible twerking verse to rap, right? So Kendrick immediately right back outside. You know what I mean? Perform. This is the type of shit I like. You know what I mean? We love the underground. We love the overground because they are they display the skill. They display the artistry. But when the mainstream artists can get into that bag, you know what I mean? Like the album that might do 400K, and the most popular part about it is a verse that somebody was getting dissed. This is the hip hop I love, folks. I'm sorry. So I was a fan of it. Kendrick outside, you know, here we go. Drake, what's your next subliminal verse, bro? What we got?
About it. You need a balance. Tap in. Your thoughts. Good credit. The little papaos. Let's talk about it.
When you're the top dog, you got to be the top dog. Already took over the rap side of the game. You know, now you want to reach down for the younger element. At this point, it's like I look at it like LeBron just checking boxes on his way to like try to be the GOAT. I feel like at this point, Kenny's just like, you know what? There's a whole bunch of shit that people don't expect from me. And every turn through this whole battle, I've done something that people don't expect. What's the last thing you would expect from Kendrick Lamar? I would expect it to be 3 songs on the Cardi fucking Playboy Cardi project, you know? So shout out to him, man. Great verse. Brought the energy. That's another thing too, is the energy. Because he's it's a younger audience album. You get what I'm saying? So you rapping, giving the energy to that younger audience. They feeling it. They getting along. Granted, Not Like Us has been the major hit of all this, Gen X. But there still might be a younger base that hasn't fully grasped the Kendrick Lamar experience. You know what I'm saying? Doing this type of music, doing this type of event with this brother right here will lead to great things. Also, you never know. Like, your man's going on tour. I'm sure at one stop, maybe Cardi will pop out. They got 3 records together. It's all good business at the end of the day, but verse was tough. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Danny. You made a great point right there. It wouldn't surprise me considering Cardi just dropped.
He's going to be touring.
With that nationwide tour that Cardi won't pop out. That's a great point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's a lot of money to be made. And then we were talking about how the ticket's going to fare. Now you got the highest in culture rap. You're going to have, you see what Sister does to the ladies. You're going to have high
culture. She just
culture.
broke a Michael Jackson record.
Come on, bro. You're going to have the ladies on full stock and queue. And now the YNs are going to be out in full-fledged, bro. Like, you really can't lose. Like I say, like, this thing is working on some chess shit. He's like 4 steps ahead. like Sin said back in there was a whole plan that they talked about, and I'm assuming this is part of the plan, man. Like we already crushed the West Coast sound. Now we're going to dip into the younger rapper sound and cook over there. For all we know, there might be a Conductor album around the corner. I think at this point, like, he's just so good. He just has to see it. Can I do this? And he just tested. The world's his oyster right now, bro. I say it once, I say it again. When it's yo time, nigga, it's yo time. You know,
I mean, it might behoove Conductor to do work with Kendrick, because right now he's not beating the allegations that he's in OVO's pocket, considering the amount of work he's done with them. But hold on, before we move on, before we move on in general, like what do you two guys think about the fact that Kendrick gave Playboy Cardi 3 features on his album? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Macito, let's come to you then, Dini, right after that.
Listen, man, this is the alliance. The alliance is low key being formed. Dini kind of got into it a little bit, but you know, this whole situation, right? The lines are being drawn, right? So he wanted to make sure that he let it be known that he's aligned with Cardi, who's aligned with The Weeknd, who's aligned with Metro, who's aligned with Future. It's almost, if you look at all of their last few albums, look at Travis Scott,
yeah.
Look at Future last few albums. Look at The Weeknd's album. Look at this album. Like, all of the same features are circulating. You know what I mean? Multiple features. So I
videos,
think
bro.
He clearly wants the alliance to be known. And I also think this is like, you know, they say he had a little bit to do with the making of the record, you know what I mean? Or the creative direction of the record. I don't want to give him too much credit, but they say he had, you know, which makes sense, right? So yeah, throw me on 3 joints, man. Fuck it. And you the hottest young nigga in the game right now. Yeah, I need 3 songs on that motherfucker.
You know, the free world's been anticipating this album from this dude. You know, like, it's been a few years since the last
like,
drink
this
dropped.
is an anticipated joint. Like,
it, to me, like I said, it only makes sense, bro. Like, you seen what a Playboy show looks like, bro. Like, it's like, yeah, it's on full mosh pit type vibes. And I'm like, you add that with each person, what they all bring together. Like, the stadium's holding like what, 20, 30, 40,000 people. Like, this is on pace to be some immense shit. And plus, like I don't my own little inside my mind theory, it might be a little like, you know what? I'm gonna go and take over all the realms that this nigga. You know how you play Mario and you beat a level and you crawl up to the next little dot, and then you beat that level, you cry. It might be that. Like, if anyone else I thought would have 3 songs on the Cardi album, it might be Future or Drake, bro. More Drake than Future. But it will be one of those things. I think what if he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go around and check every box this nigga would have checked. If he was hot this year, this is what he would be doing. I'm not saying that's the case of what Kendrick is doing, but it just seems like all the things that Drake would be doing, Charlie Kendrick's doing right now. I mean that in a positive way. Like, the nigga who will have the album out, the hottest album, the nigga who will be selling a bunch of albums like months after the album dropped, a nigga that'll be having a fucking nationwide tour, a nigga that'll be going like overseas, like all this shit that I would say Drake would be doing right around now if he didn't get cooked about a year ago, roughly. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, actually, no, it's actually right around a year.
2 years ago, they don't wanted the 3 Drake songs on the album, right? Now we see who's in demand.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on, we watching the torch get passed in real time, bro. Like,
you see who we asking to do the tours with the ladies? Yo, it could be real foot on neck season for this. Like,
Rob,
you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit.
More than anything else, that like y'all definitely got a point there. But more than anything else, I think it's like, all right, there's the rest of the map, but there's also Atlanta. You know what I mean? And I think it's a hub, but also it's the place that Kendrick accused Drake of having to always go back to and be a colonizer to you know what I mean?
Sin saying this a chess move?
Yeah, to funnel their culture. I think, you know what I mean, between the Future record a year ago and now Playboy Cardi almost exactly a year later, he wants to have that presence in Atlanta to where Drake feels like he can't go back there no more.
Put on that.
I mean, this is my town now.
That's very interesting, Sin.
And he's getting young Atlanta. Granted, Playboy Cardi's not young himself, but young Atlanta and young music in general. Yeah. That's an angle I didn't even think of until Sin said that. Wowzers. Fellas, what about
Cardi and Future versus what? Yachty and 21? Like, yikes.
Right? And Fu's trying to get out of that, but it's too late. You in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out Leland Wayne. But To see the raps now, what are your thoughts about people saying that there was some darts thrown at Joey Badass on that Good Credit verse?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it when we went live on Friday. Like it had, I feel bad that it had actually escaped my mind for a second because I don't know. I mean, y'all gonna see the conversation on 119 that we had about Joey Badass, but yeah, like I wish he would have been more at the forefront of my mind in this conversation, but he kind of wasn't until I feel who was it? Was it Baylor that mentioned it? I think Baylor mentioned that. I was like, oh, word.
Shout out to Baylor.
It could be. It could be. And you know what I mean? If he did get that half a ball and say, you know what I mean? For the rest of y'all, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Maybe that's about as much as Joey's gonna get out of this whole exchange. You know what I mean? 3 records versus a bar.
Arms is too short, B. That's what it is.
Dini and Mace, what do y'all think about the idea that Joey Badass is part of the darts that was thrown on that verse? Or even if it was just a half a bar?
Hey, Joe, you got what you asked for, man. Like, I don't know, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say this, but I don't know if you worth more than that right now. You know what I mean? Jaw's been telling you to get at Ray Vaughn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I think this a half a bar is half a bar more than I thought that he was gonna get from Kendrick, if you want to be honest.
Macy, Dini the Balance, talk to me.
Same way we feel about real people, man. You gotta earn that. You know what I'm saying? For us to come off our perch to come down, you gotta earn that. And as much as I love Joey, he just not there yet. This is the artist of the fucking millennium right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the nigga that defeated the nigga that we thought is undefeated. You heard? So from that to like, yo, come to Brooklyn and have this freestyle battle with me just don't feel right in the overall. And like, I don't know, man. I guess I respect it. I respect the competitiveness of it all. But you said fuck a coast, and I talked about this on 119. I was like, when you asked the pretty girl across over there, and then the cute joint come when you looking for the dynamite joint, but you didn't say, hey, dynamite joint, come here. You kind of said, hey, girls in the club, what's the vibes? You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of girls came out and said, yo, what's really good then? And I think it's good for the culture, the shit that is sparked. But I'm sorry, man. They're just light years away from each other in terms of like where they want to be. Like, I guarantee, like, if you ask Joey, they'd be like, would you want to be where Kendrick's at? I highly doubt he'll say no. Conversely, if you ask Kendrick, do you want to be? He was like, yo, I would have kept Ronnie alive on Power. You know what I'm saying? It would have been I would have kept Kanan.
Oh,
it would have been like would that not be the conversation? Would it not though? I'm keeping it a buck, and I'm telling you, I fucks with Joey, but you know how this works, bro. There's tiers, there's levels, B.
You right.
He's just at a different level. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. You know what? Speaking of tiers and levels, we absolutely have to move on. I see I Am God in the chat real quick.
Yo.
I am God just dropped yet again, you know. If you people, you lot, as the Brits would say, haven't tapped into I Am God, one of the best rappers today, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Chicago never forgot how to rap.
City of God dropped. It's been roughly a month. Already one of the best projects of the year. If you haven't tapped in with City of God, we have. If you haven't, make sure you do that. I Am God is giving, our audience is curated on people who love cloth. We love the cloth. We love high dense cloth. We don't like the light cloth. We want to be warm when we go outside. And if you are of said cloth, I Am God is the artist that you need to tap into, as Dini said, and it's something that I Am God always says. Chicago never forgot how to rap.
Yeah.
So make sure that you tap into that project. Lock in. But again, shout out to I Am God in the chat.
Salute.
Speaking of tier lists and levels and things of that nature, Freddie Gibbs, who's been, you could argue, project for project, and I've been a detractor, I'll admit it. Shout out to Adri. But Freddie Gibbs has been on a run of a lifetime. Project for project, album for album, is hard to argue against Gibbs. He's starting to make it clear. I don't know if he took some guidance from Joey Bad or what? But he's essentially
Or
looking
us.
around at the landscape, yeah, or us, looking around at the landscape and like, yo, I think I'm the best too, and I'm throwing my hat in the ring. He drops Big 2. There's bars for quite a few bars. You know what I mean? What are our thoughts on Freddie Gibbs trying to be a title contender? We got to go to the rap snob first. He's the person who's going to set the template for us to lock in on this topic.
Yeah, no,
fact.
I am absolutely here
Good.
for it. I've been Team Freddie for a minute now. Maybe not as long as one of our previous members, but I definitely came around early on. Because like he has not only is he a rapping ass motherfucker, as he says, or as he said Jeezy once said, but he's got like the crazy discography to prove it. You know what I mean? 2 joints with Madlib, the Alchemist joint, SSS. You know what I mean? And we also, if we have some time, you know what I mean, we got to talk about how Drake put up an Instagram post that seemingly was directed at Freddie Gibbs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it, but it definitely looked like you know what I mean? Like it was directed at him. But look, man, Freddie Gibbs has put in the work. He's been in the industry for a while long. You know what I mean? The thing that might be hurting his case is that he is so anti-industry, or he has removed himself so far from the general industry that he's, you know, kind of relegated himself and is seen as more of an underground artist. But honestly, when I look at Freddie Gibbs, I don't see underground, bro. Like I see, you know what I mean? Not even overground. I see like he's really knocking on that, you know what I mean, on the door to that next tier where Cole and Kendrick and Drake is at. Like he's right there. If he can manage to, you know what I mean, muster up a hit or two that's like really spinning on the radio waves, he's right there, bro. But the discography is there, the skill is there, the presence is there. You know what I mean? The bravado is there. He got it, man. He got it. He you know what I mean? He has a claim. He should be in the conversation at the very least, man, for sure.
Deanie the balance. Talk to me.
Superb. I listened to the record, and the thing I'm thinking is like, some people are exceptional rappers. Like they can rap, and it's just like the rapping is just so good that it kind of makes a normal song better. You get what I'm saying? And then there's just people that rap and just make the song glow. Like I was listening to Big 2, like, yo, like this is I can listen to this outside. You could throw this in the car, put the top down. Like he makes really good music. And I'm not saying that a lot of like rapidy niggas don't make good music, but he makes it's certain about compelling music that you actually really want to press play for. You get what I'm saying? For the full sonical package. It's like sonically this shit is fire, bro. Like you mentioned it was Bandana, Alfredo, Soul Separately. Like the rapping ability on those albums is impeccable. But the sonic ability of those albums is impeccable too. It's not just that you're getting the street element, you're getting the bars. It's like music I could play in a lot of different like modes, bro. Like he's truly nice. And I think the only person he sees in his way right now is Kenny. You know, like as far as Drake throwing that shot that you said, he's like, "Oh, you already washed. Like this boy already cleaned you up. Get the suds over there." I think, and then you see what Cole did. You see how many jabs he done set that Cole over the last couple of records he did. So it's like, I don't see you as that type of nigga either. You don't want no smoke. We see how you react when it gets smoky. You know, you start coughing. So that they don't want no smoke with him either. So it's like, I want the person who's the top guy right now. That's the only person I see. Everybody else is just, y'all just there. And I feel like he's, like you said, Sin, he hasn't, the mainstream presence ain't there in terms of like, yo, like the average person, yo, put on that Freddie Gibbs. But the niggas who know rapping and niggas who know good music, they know the vibes, bro. Like he's one of them ones. He's definitely one of them ones.
I wish I had. Matter of fact, let me see if y'all can hear this shit. Because you know what? Because I see P. Crawley here, right? I try not to do this, but I don't think I would do it justice if I tried to impersonate it. Give me 1 second. Let me know if y'all can hear this well. You know what I mean? Well, no, I'm bad. I'm podcasting bad. Give me a second.
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
P. Crawley, what the fuck are you talking about? We listen to Gibbs. Like, don't ever confuse us not liking our artists as much as you do as some kind of invitation to say I don't listen to Gibbs enough to qualify him. Get the fuck out of here, Pete Crawley.
I
And
gave
don't let
Gibbs
the-
album of the
and-
year, bro.
And don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out either. What do you mean by that?
There's
Triple-
been no
when Triple
Gibbs
S
album
dropped,
released,
What do you mean by
and
that?
we
I
haven't
gave
reviewed
that
it.
the album of the year when Triple S dropped, bro. That was the album of the year for
I
me.
think was I not standing next to you?
You was
saying
right on
that?
you was right on the same lawn, Jarvie.
Yeah.
Shit, I think I gave Alfredo album of the year that came out.
Like,
What are you talking about?
But damn near.
I
and
can't
Sin, you had Triple S as a runner up. I don't remember what you gave,
Yeah.
but it was a fucking
Triple S
beautiful
was
album, bro.
right
Like
there with the Kenny joint. Yeah.
we don't broke down at least 2 or 3 Freddie
Oh.
joints on this.
At least
So
I
like,
can't stand
come
every
on,
album
bro.
he's released,
when
we've
niggas
reacted
just
to.
pull up to our chat saying some horse shit. Y'all not even tapped in. Y'all don't even Pete Crawley, you not here every week, gang. So how you can just overtly try to tell us what we do and what we don't do? Fuck out of here, man. Anyway, Macito, your thoughts on the big two?
Almost died just
tired
now.
I'm tired of niggas doing that. Like, you know what? If LP told me I was bugging the fuck out, I would listen to LP. He's here every week.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But Pete Crawley, nah.
I don't even remember that name, to be honest, man.
Listen, everything y'all saying is facts. Gibbs is at the top of his game. You know what I mean? Album for album, ball for ball. You know what I'm saying? Even the jewelry look crazy these days. You know what I mean? I respect it. You know, I respect the skill set. I respect, I respect the work he's put in. But I this move is not to be respected. This whole I'm in the top 2, fuck the top 3. It's not to be respected at all. Okay? One thing that Kendrick did. One thing that, and I'm not even calling him Kenny, guys. I'm calling him Kendrick. Okay? One thing that Kendrick did that is to be respected is that he attacked these niggas when they was at the top of their game, coming off a record-breaking tour, a #1 song in the world. You know what I mean? Both going crazy. The top pop rapper in the world and the top lyricist in the world, and he went right at these niggas. He didn't wait till they was weak. He didn't wait till somebody else fucked them up first. This is the equivalent to the slimy heel in wrestling, waiting until somebody gets hit with a chair shot and then going to try to pin them and saying, "Hey, I won the title, guys." I don't respect this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gibbs, I fuck with your music. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go too crazy at that Rib Shack incident. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all about to cook in a second, but I can't respect it. I'm sorry, Gibbs. I can't respect it, bro. Jaws cook.
You know, y'all be confusing me on this podcast. A couple weeks ago, before I said that Joey Badass wasn't pay-per-view, we was all in lockstep. Like, you know what? We wouldn't mind seeing a fade. We love this competitive rap shit. Now, Joey Badass is out here, not part of me. Freddie Gibbs is out here saying what needs to be said and out there asking for some action. And he has a discography for said action.
And rapping better.
And rapping better. And now he not valid. And you know what? Why I'm breaking the triangle? It's funny because it's that synergy. We didn't talk about this in our pre-show meeting.
We didn't.
But your man Aubrey called himself throwing subs on Instagram after he bit the album cover, called him Silly Rabbit.
Corny.
Huh? So Macito, are you not communicating? Are you not communicating with the embassy? Because the embassy obviously has Freddie Gibbs on their radar. So what's going on?
Listen, man, Drake tweets everybody, Joff. Saying that Drake sent a social media message to somebody means next to nothing at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And you know why we respect Joey? The difference between Joey Bad and Freddie Gibbs is that Joey Bad went at the champ. Freddie Gibbs went at the nigga that nobody respects anymore. That's why we gotta respect Joey Bad. He said that nigga destroyed everything last year. I'm gonna send shots at him. Freddie Gibbs weaseled around like Eddie Guerrero in his prime, and he said, "Yo, J. Cole just got hit with some brass knuckles."
Back to back wrestling references
Oh,
in
front of 52,000 of his own people.
Back to back wrestling references, gangster
Send that right back, because he making it clear he want action with everybody. Shit, he even want action with Benny the Butcher. I see my ex-hoe with the ops. I never get into drama. They both got crackhead mamas. They got some shit in common.
That was
Nigga,
a
you
bar,
was
bro.
born the attic. Pussy nigga
It was-
asthmatic. Don't fuck with the rabbit. The day you die, bitch, I'ma hashtag it.
He was talking, bro.
He
He
had
talking
great
to
bar-
everybody.
He had great bars for plunger head, but that's not what I want to hear, y'all. That's not what I want to hear. Step outside into the real ring, okay? See if you want some
Damn
1,000
it.
West Coast gangbangers writing
Yo.
16s about you tomorrow. Let me see that, Gibbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
That's
but
hearing
Mace,
Oh,
you
God.
gotta
Writing my
acknowledge
album
the other
cover.
two.
Okay,
Mace, the
okay.
other two niggas took themselves off the board, though. Mace, they took themselves off the board. It's too
Not
late
to
to
Gibbs.
apologize.
He went right at him.
Listen,
They not off his board.
To be perfectly fair, Gibbs knocked up a porn star and now wants to send shot to her. Like I'm with Mace on that and that alone. There's no respect in sending shots.
What that gotta do with
at
rap,
your
son?
porn star ex baby mother
What that gotta do with
with
rap?
a plunger on her head.
With a plunger on it, getting a dome
Wait, time out.
I'm just
squeezed.
saying, I
Oh,
fuck
wait.
with Gibbs.
Wait,
Sheesh.
he's
But
on
I
camera
see
again.
he's transparent right now, y'all.
Nah, Unc need a second.
What's the word?
OG.
You saying to me that there's a video of his baby mom's getting clapped with a plunger on her head?
Yup.
You haven't seen this, John?
You know how I am,
work.
Sin. I avoid a lot of bullshit.
Plunger head.
No.
Sin does his Googles.
She's getting her cheeks clapped with a plunger on her head?
Hey, horror movie, okay? You know what Kendrick would have to say to that, bro?
Bands
Do you know
dance,
what Ozzy
nigga.
Type would say to that shit, bro?
Yo.
Nah, you see, this is what I get. This is what I get for sanction. This is what I get for sanctioning Freddie Gibbs. As soon as I decide to say he deserves to be in the conversation, he lose the whole battle if somebody gets pushed out in a bar. It's over. It's done.
I mean, unless you know the type of time she's on, because it hit Nas up. It hit Nas. We still let it ride when it hit Nas. No disrespect to Escobar.
Watch it.
Nah. No,
it's
Dini.
just a screenshot.
Stay on your head after that one,
Dini, is a difference between impregnating and having relations with a known treesh. It's another thing for me to see a photo right now of a woman with a plunger on her head, her bald head, while her cheeks are being clapped. Those are two different arguments, my friend.
In the words of the legendary Future, man, it's an evil world we living in, bro. Like, that's the best I got.
Come on, bro. He can't battle nobody. Nah, and you know what? Matter of fact, I'm sorry, Adrian. Take back all the praise. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do you have a plunger on your head, you did get hopped in Buffalo. So it's like you got two big with the same chick with the plunger on her head who flicked it up at Benny.
Yo,
You can't.
I'm
you
pulling
can't
the
rap
sin
with
card.
nobody.
Sin said clapping the niggas joint ain't everything. I'm pulling the sin card, bro. All Drake talks about is clapping niggas joints, and it don't mean nothing. I'm pulling the same card. God damn it! You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The same card.
Listen,
Wow.
Shout out to the snob, man. Shout out to the snob.
How can I sanction that? Because the thing is,
It's nasty word.
He nice, but the thing is, in rap, the minute a really good rapper brings that up, even Cole need to win. Any rapper can put that in a bar that's nice. And Freddie Gibbs is bald too. So there's mad jokes to be told here.
Yo.
Cole likes the guy. He wouldn't do it.
Dean, tell me this. Is it worse if they bought a new plunger or if they cleaned the house plunger?
Oh, God damn. Cold-blooded.
You off the rails, man. 20 seconds time out, man.
I'm just saying. Where did they get the plunger from?
Holy shit.
Where they get it from?
Nigga.
Did they premeditate this? Was this planned in a slap session on camera? All right, so I'm going to go get the plunger. Did he ad-lib the plunger? Where did the plunger come from?
That's all I'm saying.
The suction sound on her shit. All that crazy shit, bro.
Yo. Imagine me pulling up. Wait. I got an idea.
Holy moly, off the rails.
Hear me out. I have an idea.
What kind of fetish is that? Yo, let me get the plunger. No Abner. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here, B?
That's nasty.
Man.
That's nasty.
Nasty.
And then you drop a song called The Big Two. Do you know what a Big Two actually is? I'm not even a rapper. And I'm putting the bars together for you.
Certainly, Freddie would.
Damn. This just started off as a Freddie prop session to a
Yo.
We were talking about rap, y'all.
You were.
Yo.
We were
You were.
talking about rap.
I
This
came
is still
here.
a classic.
Yo,
I pulled up here to give Freddie Gibbs his flowers.
it's my fault. I shouldn't have shared the
Y'all
pic.
should have
Damn
never
it.
told me about the plunger.
The plunger
That
gates.
changes the whole
Plunger.
thing. That's
Oh,
the,
Plunger,
shit.
bro.
the whole argument is out the window now. It's done.
Sheesh.
Finito.
Damn.
But yo, listen, either way, all joking aside, Freddie Gibbs, he could have the conversation, but in all realism, in all seriousness, the minute he get into a squabble with a rapper and they pull out that plunger bar, it's done. It's done. It's over with.
Yeah, it
And
kind of
Kendrick-
is.
And
You're
Kendrick is a sicko. So
Oh man.
go pick on J. Cole. Go
Tread
pick on-
lightly.
Yeah.
Go get Jermaine. But yo, before we get up out of here, this has been a fun pod. I love the
Word.
energy tonight. 564 live right now. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe option. Of course, episode 119 drops this Wednesday. 119 drops this Wednesday. Make sure y'all pull up for that. I expect all 570 of y'all to be there.
Yes,
Matter of
yes.
fact, in the
Real
chat,
human.
let me know, because you know what, we do like the evening. Do y'all prefer evening releases? Should we drop 119 at 7:30 on Wednesday? Because I try to move it up for the commuters. But if y'all prefer the 7:30 time slot, let me know in the chat right now. Then I
Facts.
drop 119 at 7:30. But in the meantime, while y'all figure that out, we got a very much impromptu guest, but he's a friend of the show. Dare I say, family member of the show. I Am God in the building.
Yes,
Album is out
sir.
right now. I was like,
Yes,
why not
yes.
have I Am God pull up right quick?
Dope.
Talk about
Good.
this
Little
album. City of God, impromptu guest. My guy, what's the word, bro?
What the fellas, I can't call it, man. Much gratitude. I appreciate you having me up here, bro.
Absolutely. And just
Yes,
real
sir.
Welcome
quick,
back, bro.
quick disclaimer:
Gratitude.
I Am God does not sanction anything that we said previously.
Nothing.
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 He don't got nothing to do with
Nothing.
us.
His,
He told us we needed
He
to stop.
on that time.
his views are not in line with the
At
No
all.
way.
The expressed
No way.
views of this podcast.
I've never even heard him say plunger, okay?
There you go. I don't even know if he owns a plunger. You know what I
You
mean?
know?
That's not his vibe. You feel me?
We outside.
Y'all funny as hell, bro. What
Real
up with
shit.
how y'all feeling, man?
What's the word, man? How's
Chilling, man,
everything?
chilling.
How you been since the last time he was up on here, bro?
Oh man, motherfucker living and maintaining, bro. I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Steady trying to cook up the best shit I possibly can at the moment. We got City of God out right now. Me and the homie Ill City that's streaming there. Well, we also got the CDs going crazy on the Bandcamp. I plan on hitting y'all with at least 2 mobile for the year through too. So motherfucker just creating, you know what I'm saying? Living life, being a father, all that good shit.
That's
Salute.
what it is.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah,
Marty
so-
McFly in the chat saying I saw him on Dead in Hip Hop a couple weeks ago. Absolutely.
Yes,
The
sir.
world,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world slowly but surely is starting to open their eyes to the fact that I Am God is one of them ones. I love to
That's a
see that
fact.
for him. Real
Yes,
quick, I
sir.
gotta fall on the sword. Pause. I wasn't able to do the pre album rollout. There was a lot of things happening personally that I had to navigate. The guys know about it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? We gotta. I see I Am God in the chat. So what better time to get him on here, bro? How has the reception been for City of God? And of course, like considering this is a different sound for you, different producer, like what went into the creative process for this project? So first talk about the reception, then talk about the creative process.
The reception been dope, you know, because you know, like just like you said, like the majority of the responses I'm getting back is like, oh, he in his bag, like he on a different type of time, like he playing with different flows, you know what I'm saying? He rhyming over different type of production. So that's true, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, like this is the type of shit that I always had in the bag, is just, you know, finding a fitting time to go into that bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all heard me do the double time shit before. Maybe not over this style of production, but you know, that's always there. That's like a ode to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker, like y'all know, I grew up under the likes of Twister and Psychodrama and Shauna and Tifa and Brat, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, all them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's always in the blood. Absolutely, that's always in the blood. But you know, shout out to the bro Ill City. You know what I'm saying? He produced this shit in its entirety. Like I just never want to give y'all the same look twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, I feel like some of them ones that's like at the top, I feel like is kind of getting it's kind of getting to that point to where it's like, all right, what else? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying like you gotta reinvent yourself every time you come out. I'm not saying that. Like niggas like Kiss, we love what Kiss been doing for decades. You know what I'm saying?
30
And
years,
he kill it
man.
every time. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, you know, make that shit interesting at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I'm an MC, but I'm an artist too. You know what I'm saying? And I just never want to get caught up in giving you the same look. Like, I ain't got to go too far left to where it's like, fuck is he doing? But I can stay within myself and who I am and give y'all different looks. So that's definitely what I wanted to do with this joint right here.
Respect.
Also, what is it about you that you make sure that like you do these projects and then in the liner notes, it has to have the producer along. A lot of artists don't want to do that. They don't want to get a producer that shine. Is that something that you do as far as being intentional, or you just feel like, you know what, we came together with this, so it's only right that your name is part of the actual title of the project?
It's absolutely intentional. And you know, 9 times out of 10, like even though it's a producer involved producing the whole shit in its entirety, like I'm normally creating on my own. Like I'm not saying that it's never been a collaborative effort, but you know, I just be going. Like they send a beat, and if I like it, you know what I'm saying, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? If not, I send me something else. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's always an intentional effort though, because I want them to be recognized for their art, just like I want to be recognized for mine. You know, it's a 50-50 thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no project without the beats. You know what I'm saying? The beats and rhymes it's a marriage, and that's what you listening to. You ain't listening to a spoken word album when you hear my shit, and you ain't listening to an instrumental album. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the best of both worlds. So I definitely want to make sure they get their shine and they get that recognition too.
That is a
That's what's
fact.
up, man.
Also, I'm seeing it's a lot of Chicago activity right now. Is there
Yes,
something that
sir.
you guys planned out to flood the market with a lot of high caliber raps? Because it's not just you putting shit out right now. I'm seeing quite a few artists. I think, in fact, Vince Spencer, another Roundtable alum, dropped
Salute.
maybe like a week apart or 2 weeks after you dropped. He dropped as well, and a few others have been very active. Or you guys decided that we're putting this Chicago City, the sound of hip hop, on our back to really take it to the next level?
Absolutely. And it wasn't nothing that we planned on. The shit just really just kind of came together. Like I came back to rap in 2020, and lo and behold to me, I was already aware of Vic, already aware of Fillmore Green and a few of the other guys. But it's like every year since I've been back, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been just like creating these crazy ass bonds with these raw ass MCs, these raw ass artists, and the women holding it down as well too. It ain't just the guys out here, but we got a chip on our shoulder. I know I do, speaking for myself, you know, because that's where the whole Chicago never forgot how the rap shit come from. You know, when drill started popping in like 2012, whatever year that was, I feel like the real MCs of Chicago was kind of forced to take a seat in the back. And you know, it is what it is. Like everything is a cycle. What goes up must come down, and so on and so forth. But you know, I feel like motherfuckers kind of try to forget, you know what I'm saying, the raw shit, the greatness that Chicago has given to this rap game, to hip hop. And you know, like I said, we got a chip on our shoulder about that shit. Like the big sound coming out of Chicago, it ain't really drill no more. New York kind of took over that trap, but it's still a trap based sound that's dominating Chicago. So we could do that. We MCs, we artists, you know what I'm saying? So we could do that shit too. But we wanted to let y'all know, nah, niggas still get down out here. You know what I'm talking about? Like motherfuckers still really rap out here. So
I
yeah,
got you,
like we
Tim. I
just
got
killing
you,
shit.
Tim.
Yeah.
It's funny that I Am God said chip on my shoulder, because even though me and this guy don't talk every day, somehow or the other we always end up on the same page. Because my next question was going to be about that chip on your shoulder. What is the size of that chip on your shoulder these days? You know, you getting your flowers out here, so it's like, is that chip getting a little smaller? Like, where we at with that?
Nah, that hunger is still insatiable, bro. What Jay say? They wonder why that chip on my shoulder more like a brick or a boulder. Maybe you understand when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at that age to where now it's kind of like, bro, like I've been doing this for 20 plus years. You know what I'm talking about? So it's kind of like, not saying that I should have been where I want to be, because I'm not, due to my own inabilities and my own shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pointing a finger at nobody else. But with that being said, like I know my caliber. I know I'm one of the rawest niggas out here, and I don't care who you talking about, what level they at. And that's not a cockiness. That's me knowing that I put in my 20,000 hours to this shit. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I've given y'all. I know that I still feel like I can get 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? We making do with the resources that we have at our disposal. Niggas ain't got no budgets out here. You know what I'm saying? So imagine what I could do if I was to hook up with a motherfucker like Alchemist or, you know what I'm saying, somebody of that caliber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we'll shake shit up. And that ain't just me, it's the guys too. So I still got a big ass chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand and I'm very appreciative of the love that I've been getting, the looks that I've been getting. And yeah, the star is continuing to shine a little brighter, you know what I'm saying, continuously and consistently. So I'm ecstatic about that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is probably the most motion I done had since I've been rapping. And like I said, I got more than a dub in. But I got a lot more work to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot more work to do. We got a lot more work to do. So it's kind of like I'm not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complacent. I'm still hungry. I ain't nowhere near full. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting up and clocking in every day. So ain't no way that I could sit back like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's enough. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot more to do, bro.
Yeah. I just had one question because you were talking about like the Chicago scene. Jarv had asked a question about, you know, everybody putting out work in Chicago. And we see how we have like TDEs, the Dreamvilles, the Griseldas. Is it a possibility that maybe in Chicago, like we could have like a compilation project where y'all all get together and just, you know, flood the market and storm the industry? Like, yo, we here, yeah, you know what I mean? Stop overlooking us, you know what I mean? Like you, Vic Spencer, other Chicago artists, you know, somebody mentioned No Name, Vic Mensa in the comments. Like, there's so much talent in Chicago. Like, you know what I mean? If y'all could put together something like that, you see that in the future somehow?
Absolutely. Hell yeah, absolutely. Because I got some thoughts, you know what I'm saying, of things and plans that I want to do, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if at the moment I'm the right man to pull it off. Maybe you just got to take that half court heave and maybe you were all net that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you never know. So it's kind of like I definitely got, you know what I'm saying, some plans, you know what I'm saying, as far as like a compilation, like even like to you know, to accompany that with a DVD type demonstration and take it back to that era, like the Smack DVD. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's French old DVD series called?
City.
Cocaine City. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, take it back to some shit like that and make it available for streaming. You could purchase the DVD like you could purchase a CD, all that type of shit. But you know, that's a lot of moving pieces. You got to have everybody on the same wavelength, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take a little bit of bread too, but it's definitely possible. Like, I definitely see that coming.
Yeah.
Now let's stay in the shadow. Oh, my fault, Job. Let's stay in the shadow because I'm interested even further, right? Because one thing is, it seems like you guys are kind of fortifying the movement, fortifying the sound. You know what I mean? Locking down the scene in a way that it sticks out, right? So in the instance, like what Sin was saying, because at the same time, I've seen artists from Chicago kind of be unhappy with how people take away from the resources of Chicago or use the resources of Chicago. You know what I mean? So would you feel like it's better to fortify the base or to reach out to the other bases? What mode are you in right now specifically?
I'm from building from the ground up, foundational shit. That's what I'm on. Like, shout out to Detroit, because Detroit has shown us a lot of love, you know what I'm saying, historically and as of late. You know what I'm saying? We went out there and rocked a show out in Detroit for the release of Bazaar's He Got a Gun Part 4. That was like in October. October 2024. Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? And they came out here to Chicago, you know what I'm saying, and they rocked the show, you know what I'm saying? So and it's others, you know what I'm saying, here and there spread it out, that's recognizing what we doing. If it ain't me, it's Rufus Sims. If it ain't Rufus Sims, it's Vic Spencer. If it ain't Vic Spencer, it's Fillmore Green, you know. So we getting eyes, you know what I'm saying? We got eyes on us from, you know what I'm saying, from outside the state, you know what I'm saying, across the country. But we trying to fortify the home base first, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, I feel like then it's kind of like take care of home first and then worry about everything after that, because what we doing is special. Like, we damn near on the verge of making history, because Chicago ain't seen no shit like this since, what's the last wave? Probably Lupe and them, you know what I'm saying? Like, besides the drill shit. The drill shit, I'm talking about niggas that really rap. Niggas and females that really rap. So absolutely, you know what I'm saying? So we trying to follow that up, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, we could do some of that other shit too, but we more focused on putting the respect and the respect and being intentional with the culture. And when I say culture, I don't mean the fake culture, you know what I'm saying, the cliche culture. I mean the real hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying, like the way of life type shit. So yeah, we on that.
That is a fact. And you know what? Before we let you go, we got another guest pulling up real quick. Y'all got to create the lore. I think this is what it's all about. You think about it, in every city, there's a certain lore and a history that ends up being foundational to what that city sounds like for decades to come. And I think it's imperative of you guys out in Chicago to now create that new lore. There's an old Chicago lore.
Yeah.
I think with the amount of spitters that they have right now, y'all could be those foundational pieces for the next generations afterwards to come on behind them and to continue to be the building blocks. So keep doing that. Yo, listen again. City of God is out right now. Run it up. I am God before you get up out of here. Let them know where they can find you, where they can run those streams up for City of God.
So yeah, you see it right under the name right there, at God MC. That's my main two platforms is X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and Instagram. That's at God MC, GAWDEMCEE. YouTube is I Am God. I'm streaming everywhere as I Am God. The Bandcamp is No Mediocre. Just replace the O's with X's. So that's NXMEDIXCRE.bandcamp.com. We still got vinyls for other projects. We got CDs, we got hoodies, we got all that type of shit, and we got more shit coming. Much love to the Rap Round Table, Jaw, Beanie, Macito, Sincere Rap Snob. I love you, brothers, man. Continue to do what y'all doing. Y'all absolutely killing shit out here. Salute the guys and the sisters back at the crib. Chicago never forgot how to rap. Y'all already know.
I am God.
I am God.
Yes,
Much love, bro.
Home team.
Yes, sir.
God.
And now we have another special guest. No, we're conducting a little family business right now. Tony the Dome. Long awaited. We've been having to take care of some things on the pod side.
Yeah.
But this will be the week that Tony, you know what I mean? Because again, we got to reset the scene.
Okay.
You know, we put out a post about Ludacris, Nas, Jadakiss, who had the best verse, et cetera.
Yeah.
We felt like Luda didn't have the best verse. We got our backs kicked in on Twitter behind our opinions about the situation. And Tony the Dome didn't defend the Rap Roundtable. In fact, he joined the kicking in of the back. But I remember when they tried to kick us back in for his support of Diddy over the years. We fell back.
We're gonna adjust. We're gonna
Let's
address
talk
that
about
too.
it. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When they tried to make Tony go viral, and we stayed quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't want him to get his back kicked in. But here comes Tony when we getting fried, kicking our back in. What's up with that, Tony?
Joe, let me say something real quick, bro. Let me say something real quick because a couple of weeks ago, I saw your opening segment on one of y'all shows, and you kind of went in on me a little bit.
I had to. You kicked our back in, Tony.
No. Don't listen, though. I wanted to make sure, because in Twitter world, you can always go back and look at tweets. I went back, and you and I had like 2 tweets. I didn't think it was a big deal, bro. Like, I just said what I said about Ludacris. I didn't know that cats was coming at the Rap Roundtable like that, or I would have definitely been like, yo, hold on, them my peoples don't do that. So maybe I missed something, and you felt a certain way, or maybe thought I wasn't trying to represent how we represent.
Tony, we got jumped, and then you put.
I didn't know that, though, bro.
We was the Michael Jackson meme when they was like, when they say, "Yo, you getting jumped," and the nigga put the Timbs on.
Steel toe Timbs.
You out. You had the steel toes on, and you jumped on us, Tony.
Now see, John, you should have inboxed me and be like, yo, dude, because like I said, I didn't even know what you was talking about. I said what I said real quick, defending Ludacris on some old South shit. It wasn't about the rap Roundtable, but I didn't know cats was coming at y'all sideways, like y'all wasn't saying Ludacris wasn't a dope MC. I didn't see that.
Nah, they kicked our back in that day, bro. It's another episode. They was like, oh, here go New York, wilding once again, being arrogant. And I see Tony, one of our guys, like,
Tony the Dome.
Nah, bro, that wasn't my intentions at all, man. Because we all joke and have fun talking about different things, man. It ain't never that deep, man. But I didn't know cats was coming at you like that. But again, real quick, when I saw you saying what you were saying, I'm like, but I've been on a Rap Roundtable since that bullshit Puff joint. Which again, I didn't expect. I knew y'all guys wouldn't jump on that because anybody with common sense would look at that tweet was 5 years ago, and it was about a conversation about women who stay with rich men. And so somebody, whoever that was, had an agenda against me. They pushed that tweet. I didn't even know nothing about that Puff beating that girl up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why it went to blogs and went viral and all that. I'm not some celebrity, bro. So I don't know why cats was coming at me with that bullshit. It was weird.
Yo, Tone, you've curated your platform of having high quality rap opinions. That's why I was like, damn, Tone, you can't join it because if you saying it, then we not valid.
Oh man, well, yo, man, that was definitely a misunderstanding, man. And again, you guys know I've said stuff about y'all for years, bro. I've been on here several times. I ain't gonna try to kick you when you're down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I really wish you would have hit me all the shit.
Your word holds weight, Tone, man. Your word holds weight.
Well, y'all do too, man. So when I saw that,
that's a
but
fact.
a few things I want to talk about. I want to say real quick though. You know what I'm saying? My point in one of my tweets, guys, was I know y'all wasn't dissing Ludacris, but someone in the comments was saying something like, "Yo, Tone, you never say much about Ludacris." And I was like, "Yo, man, if you put my name in with Ludacris, you'll see over the years I've talked about Theaters of Mine. I thought he had the best verse, even with Jay and Nas on that track. Like I do it for hip hop. I've done flower verse for Ludacris. I took up for Ludacris like I do with T.I. and Scarface and everyone else. But I can't help that certain people only follow me to hear about, you know what I'm saying, East Coast shit. I don't know why, because I talk about everything every day. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure I said I always show love to Ludacris. But I know you guys will say, well, you said, Joff, yo, Tony might say some other shit. We'll come back to Nas shit. So when I did that joint was Sincere. I want to address something real quick. I hit Sin up because Sin was doing this joint last year about like he was doing unreleased Nas joints for like a whole month. And I was like, damn, dog.
Great work.
That's somebody who appreciate Nas unreleased shit as much as I do. So there's nobody better to talk to than Sin with me when it comes to Nas unreleased shit. So I thought that was gonna be a dope episode. And that was actually one of my best episodes on the Dome podcast. And shout out to Sin because it was a dope conversation, man, and people really enjoyed the both of our conversation. So that was the reason why I hit him up for the Nas joint.
I mean, you wasn't gonna hit Java for the Nas episode.
Of course not. You know what I mean? Come on. All I'm saying, Tony. All I'm saying is we don't be seeing them chicken and bed tweets, bro. You know what I mean? You got to put on
word of mouth tweets.
Hey, look. If anybody listening, and I might not talk specifically his album because I never thought in his albums was 5 mics. I think he'll 5 mic MC with talent, but you won't hear me talk about. I'm not biased, bro. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, Word of Mouth or Theaters of Mine is on the same level as Infamous or Damn Fix. I'm not unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Right. But as an MC, I'll tell you, as an MC, he can speak with the best of them, and that's all I was trying to say.
All right, Tony. We still family. You a friend of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
You know what I mean? But I was just like, damn, son. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we doing now.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something funny though, dog.
You hopped us so bad. Homie from North Carolina jumped in. He quote tweeting this shit. I'm like, yo.
I didn't even know that shit was going on. I'm serious, bro. I didn't know that was going on. So I'm gonna tell you it was funny. I'm sitting there looking at TV. I said, let me tap into the rap round table niggas. I tuned in and my wife was sitting beside me.
Oh no!
Started, my wife was like, "Yo, don't you know them niggas?" I was like, I was like, "Yeah."
Tone.
I was like 4 or 5 times. I was like, "John, that hit me in the head."
Damn it, man.
Yo, real shit.
It all makes sense.
Moly.
Hey,
real spill.
Tony was like, not in front of the wife, man. Nah,
I feel bad.
I was tapping in because y'all know I fuck with y'all. We can have disagreements on some east, west, down, south. It's all fun conversation. But when I tapped in, like I said, I'm sitting here drinking some wine with my wife, and she was like, You was on that with them niggas before, right? Because she a real.
I can imagine. Don't you know these
niggas? I was
niggas?
like, yeah. And I still like, well, damn, y'all need to have a conversation.
Hold on. Listen.
Man, not the wine, Tone.
Mrs. The Dome, we are sorry.
We apologize.
The wifey get involved, we gotta apologize. Damn.
Thanks.
Nah, man.
Damn it, man.
It's all love, man. But let me say one more thing real quick, too, about the Nas thing, because y'all niggas know when it comes to hip-hop, man, Nas my favorite MC. But me and my man Vague on that time in hip-hop, we started a podcast, man, back in like 2018, and we're about 75 episodes in. We still do it occasionally. You know, the funny thing was, when Nas started doing a Hit Boy run, a lot of people built their platform off of Nas, right? But some of them same people was coming at me like, man, you always capping for Nas. I'm like, dog, that time in hip-hop, we didn't even talk about Nas. We didn't even talk about Nas that much. We did 80 episodes, I believe, and we only got like 5 or even mentioned Nas. And just real quick, my nigga Vague, shout out to Vague, he's Ill Will cousin, right? So Vague is an MC. And he did an EP, and the proceeds, we send proceeds to Ill Will's mom, who's still in Queensbridge, my nigga. So if anybody could have used Nas and did a lot of episodes about him, we could have, because Vegas Ill Will cousin. We didn't do that. We 75 episodes, 80 episodes in, and only used Nas like 5 times. But I wanted to say that because a lot of people came at me on some Nas shit. And I'm like, yo, when Nas and Hit Boy started making their run, niggas was doing Nas and Hit Boy episodes every week. I ain't talking about y'all, I'm talking about in general. And we didn't even do that.
Nah, it's funny because those same people I was trying to get at y'all, they did the same thing to us.
I know.
And then they even tried to get podcast hosts to create this whole cancel a rap roundtable movement and shit.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Nasty
so it's
work.
like, fuck those guys.
I know, and one of those is a bullshit with me too. I ain't gonna name nobody, but they know who they are, and they see this shit. They know they was on some corny shit.
I appreciate Tony saying that, because when we get to talking, the minute we get to talking, Tony, they all act like victims and they make it seem like we be making shit up. You saying this validates that whole energy that we've been having towards them for quite a while right now. But again, I gotta apologize to Mrs. The Dome, because now you pulling up the screen and sipping the wine. We got you looking crazy watching this shit. So you know what I mean? Misunderstanding. We still love Tony the Dome and shit. You know what I mean?
Tone.
But you know,
man, y'all niggas know, man. Y'all dudes know it's all love, man. If it was anything real, I would hit you one-on-one on the DM, like, yo, man, that's politics, man. Here go my number. Give me a shout. I ain't gonna never play y'all cats on some old trying to get some clicks on Twitter like I'm a diss the rap round table. I've been rocking with y'all for years, bro. This ain't nothing. We ain't gotta always agree on hip-hop take. That's the fun part about it. I never asked nobody to agree with me, but we're gonna have fun, and y'all got y'all space, I got my space, and we all good, bro. You already know.
I appreciate that, Tony. I just wanted to make sure we had this conversation because I promised we would have it for a minute. We've had it. We have our understanding. We had Kill on here a couple weeks ago as well. So we're going to have to set something up to have you and Kill up here and have another dope build and whatnot. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. Keep doing what you do. Keep having them conversations. Keep pissing people off. And we're going to talk soon, Tony.
All right, man. Y'all be good, fellas.
Salute, man.
Salute.
Ah, man, fun episode, man. That was fun.
Yeah.
Nah, Mrs. The Dome be watching me wild out like Tony was talking, just made me feel horrible, bro. Like,
we're sorry, beloved. We're sorry.
Damn it, man. But yo, before we get up out of here, we got to get to the super chats. There were quite a few. Y'all definitely delivered tonight. We love to chat because, again, y'all keep us in business now. Thank you. You know what I mean?
The family.
Double Barrel with the first super of the night says, tapping in on the replay. Have a great show. Salute Double Barrel. Throwing to live. Just let us know that he can't watch it live, but he will be back. Much love, Double
That's
Barrel.
the homie right there. That's my love.
Ariel Smoke, the most dangerous super chat in the world right now. How's Joey Badass doing? What's he up to?
Wow.
Tune into 119. I have a lot to say about Joey Badass.
That's a fact.
Oscar Ortiz, $20 holla says, love and respect from the Bay. Y'all reach definitely being felt. So again, when we tell y'all, you know what I mean, we doing okay out here. Y'all think we delusional.
Oscar, man.
Salute.
Guys in the Bay tapping into the rap round table.
Appreciate that, man.
Ariel Smoke says, Owlboy needs to worry about rotting away chemo poppy? What does he have? What is happening?
There's something we don't know about? What, you got the facts or something?
What do you
I think he's referring to 40 from OVO.
Oh, but that's not cancer. That's like multiple sclerosis or some shit.
Yeah, that's different.
I'm not saying anything
you
that
cooking, Ariel. You don't give a fuck.
Way,
that nigga's sick, man.
Hit us on the side.
Ariel Smoke don't play.
Ear Woo says Drake needs an undeniable introspective classic. We've been saying that for the longest.
Yeah, he don't got
necessary.
Ariel Smoke says Club Paradise where Angle dropped in the head as babies. Like, maybe. Ariel Smoke says he couldn't flip it because of the men Mace allegedly. I don't know what he's talking about, but you were saying telling Drake should flip a bar, Mace?
When they originally went to Drake likes young girls bars, I was like, why didn't he just flip it into all the women that he's actually been with? Why did he only use it when he's dissing a guy, but then why couldn't he use it in like a flip and on time?
Missed opportunities.
Like you're standing next to SZA, bro. Like what?
Alicia, one of our newer but now hardcore show love locks in every week. We love Alicia. $50 holler. She says, this donation is just a minor token of my appreciation for what you guys do for the culture. I love that you embrace the fact that we don't have to agree on everything, which is healthy, honestly. I have more to say, but that's my $50. Alicia, we love you. We love your support.
That's love right
It's
there.
a point when Alicia not in the chat, we noticed that she's not there. Much love to Alicia, yo.
If she capitalized that minor, that would have been a crazy Drake diss, but keep going.
Yo.
Just saying.
Wow.
Shout out to you, Alicia. We love you,
That's
girl.
how you know the love is real. She wasn't even thinking about the diss when she was showing love to the rap round table. JP's Revenge says, people keep talking about the reveal of Adonis. Finding out he got urinated on, had ghostwriters, plagiarized entire verses, especially the blackface photo should have been a nail in the coffin. Wowzers.
A little boy going to wild therapy, man.
Social work shows me says, Aubrey can't read the room. His mom could see, though. Yeah, mommy knew. Moms always know, though.
Damn it.
Sammy with a
Mother knows
$5
best.
holler says, they didn't mention the bots because this lawsuit in particular isn't about bots. It's a defamation lawsuit. The one in Texas is a petition. Understood.
Shouts to Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
Social work chose me, spins back, says, Jaw, UMG will fight the artificial argument. If not, it'll open floodgates of artists making similar claims. In my opinion, great discussion. Thank you. Thank you for
Appreciate
that.
Salute.
T Mac with a $20 holler says, Copple Mace, make it plain for me. Why come the boy had to be told twice? If you take it there, I'm taking it further. First Kendrick, then UMG. The boy is fondling losses like he did that 17-year-old per lawsuit. Whoa.
God damn it.
Whoa.
T Mac, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate, you know, the view. Appreciate just you fucking with us in general. But please, never put my name in the same super chat as Fondle and 17-year-old. Please.
Oh my
just a request.
God.
Just a request.
This super chat was so salacious that Mace was moving his mouth but not saying a word for like 4 seconds before he said something. Just want you to know that. Dante with a $5 holler says,
that's gonna be a crazy Google search, bro.
Dante says, is there anybody in the game right now, over, under, or mainstream, who can legitimately give Dot an L in the battle right now? I thought it might have been Gibbs until niggas showed me the fucking plunger. So we'll move on. Ariel Smoke with a $2 holler says, Braun the GOAT, Stephen A. Smith got bitched and is a bitch, free Max. Yo, Ariel, man, what's up, man?
All over.
Squid Baby, looks like the Joey West Coast back and forth is over. Was Crash Out Heritage the best song from all of this? Yes. Rap Roundtable, y'all thought?
Yeah.
Did he?
Was that?
Was Crash Out Heritage by Ray-Vaughn the best song?
Oh, the Ray-Vaughn joint. Yes.
Best diss, but the best song to me is Sorry Not Sorry. Keep
Damn, Macito got fried so bad on that super he froze. That's tough. Wow. Man.
Damn.
Moving on. What's the next shit? All right. Joey Badass is a non-factor. That's why you forgot, son. Damn. Zig, home team. We love Zig over here.
Zig.
If you let others tell it, $50 holler. We love it. If you let others tell it, niggas already having Kendrick fatigue. They gonna have to deal with this all year in caps, and I'm here for it. Meanwhile, the boys canceling dates in Australia to rent a club and listen to Sabrina Carpenter. Super cornball. Whoa.
Wow shit, bro.
JP's Revenge says Gibbs been asserting himself as a top 10 MC. Listen to Vice Lord poetry. You know, Gibbs got it. I mean, but
he's a
but
beast,
he
man.
lost. He lost me just now.
But your BM cheeks clap with the plunges. Different.
Oh yeah. JP's Revenge spins back again. $20 holler. Dot was ready for the 2 versus 1 with Cole and Drake. As someone who's been listening to Gibbs since he made the 2010 XXL freshman list, he's gone at countless rappers. Jeezy, Wayne, Ross, Budden, Jim Jones, Benny, Cole, etc. Yeah, he likes the competition.
Yeah, he likes
Free smoke.
Cam Cobain says, how many classics does Gibbs have? Based on what I've heard, maybe 3.
Argue 2 or 3
maybe
easily.
2. Yeah. I'd say at least 2.
Soul and Bandana is a classic to me, and a lot of people feel Alfredo's a classic. So
yeah.
Social Rush Shows me says, not to mention Gibbs spreading. Come on, man.
Jeez, spready.
JP's Revenge. He did, but I don't want to read that. As a Gibbs fan, he does have to take the L for getting a porn chick pregnant. I don't think he ever got over the split with his first baby mom, Eric Dickinson's daughter, who he was gonna marry. She held him down while he was locked up. I mean, heartbreak does the weird things to people, I guess.
Yeah.
The homie Mike H, home team, long time supporter, Sin. I now understands what it feels like to be a fake Nas fan. Wow. I don't know what that's in regards
Wow.
to.
What's the reference?
It had to.
Why are you directing that at me?
I understand it now.
No, but I think because he probably said something that somebody disagreed with. He probably got called a fake Nas fan more than likely.
Okay.
My gauge, my chick,
Makes
he
sense.
won't see him. He get the inside reference. 88 Spence with a $5 hot says dope episode. We appreciate it. And then this is not a super chat, but I just wanted to highlight it because I love the compliments. Knowledge Bass says Roundtable doing the Lord's work for some of these artists. Salute and yeah, listening to an I Am God joint right now. Doing the ish some of these DJs should be doing. That's what it's all about. We like to highlight the people putting the work because artists just like ourselves, they put the work in. We trying to put the work in. We trying to elevate.
Ariel at the buzzer.
Oh yeah. Plunger clapping, it's a different brand of suction. Yo, you're sicko, bro.
Yo,
you're
diabolical.
Sick. Shout out to everybody who pulled into the chat. We had over 600, I think maybe like 640 or 650 live viewers this evening. Shout out to everybody. If you haven't, we still got 426 locked in with us right now. If you haven't by now, hit that like button, run those likes up. If you haven't by now, hit the subscribe option. We're trying to get to 25,000 subs. Hit that subscribe option. Hit the notification bell. Keep locking in with the Rap Roundtable. We're going to keep delivering week in and week out. Even when there's no news, we pull up. You know what I mean? So keep locking in with us. Teeny the balance. Take us home.
Yo, special shout out to the chat. You know it's love from day 1 to year 6, man. Hit that like button. You know we pop out for y'all. Y'all the reason we do this shit. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie I Am God, our Chicago Connect. Showing love, tap into his new music. Dude is talented immensely. Shout out to Tone, man. Shout out to Mrs. Tone, too. You know what I'm saying? We apologize on not on some J. Cole shit, but on some respectable shit. We know we love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jav. Shout out to Sincere. Shout out to Macito. I'm Dean the Balance, and with our powers combined, you know what the fuck it is, man. The Rap Roundtable. Monday Night Raw. You dig? Hit that like on your way out. We love y'all. Ow!
Sir. Oh.